So when you are training for the planche, you will have to use a lot of your strength, and many of your muscle groups will need to contribute to the workout as well. Therefore, training the skill without the right technique will slow down your progress and also lead to injuries. So for our first tip, let's go through the correct way of doing the planche to make it more effective. So how the planche works is that you will first start at the push-up position and then lean forward until your feet are lifted off the ground. And by that, we will have the planche hold. So in order to hold in this position, first your core muscles will support you to maintain your body straight. Then your shoulders, back, and arm strength are needed to keep your body off the ground. And finally comes your wrists and hands, which are the body parts that basically hold your entire body weight. Therefore, it is best to warm up all of these muscle groups before your planche training, and one of them that you need to focus on the most is your wrist. Since it will bear your whole body weight when doing the planche, it will easily get injured. So the first thing that you should do is warm up your wrist carefully, and also place your hands at a 45-degree angle like this when training with the planche exercises. By that, you will be able to reduce your wrist pain, and it will be much more comfortable when you lean forward compared to when your hands are in a straight position. In order to make your planche workout more effective, there's another thing that you will have to follow, which is training the planche in its correct form. When doing the planche, your arms should always be locked straight and your back is pushed all the way up into the protracted form. This way of training will apply to mostly all of the planche exercises, and to keep your arms locked, you should turn your arms outward like this. After that, when you do the planche exercises, it will be easier to maintain your arms in a straight line. Doing the planche in the protracted form will be important as well, since it will not only support you in doing the skill with its best performance, but also allow you to have more control than doing it in the retracted way. You can train with some exercises like the scapular push-up and the must-have exercises for the planche, which are the pseudo push-up and the planche lean hold, to get more comfortable when training with your back in protracted. Mentioning the must-have exercises for the planche, we will come to our second tip, which is to train with the basic exercises regularly. In terms of the basic training for the planche, we'll have two types of workout. First is the fundamental movements which I've just mentioned above, and the second type is the basic exercises such as the dips and different variations of the push-up. By working with these exercises regularly, they will constantly increase the strength that is necessary for the planche. And also combining them with the planche workout and the schedule you will know in a bit, you will be able to make progress even faster. So the planche lean hold and the pseudo push-up are the main foundations of the planche. Therefore, by mastering them before or even during your planche journey will open up many advantages for your training. To do the planche lean hold, you will first start at the push-up, then try your best to lean forward as far as you can. Ideally is when your hands reach your waistline, which is the part where it is the closest to being able to lift your body off the ground. After that, you will hold that position for as long as possible. The same movements will be applied to the pseudo push-up, but now instead of holding, you could do the push-up movements. One tip to help you get used to these exercises easier is that you don't have to lean until your hands reach your waistline at first, and you can set that your goal to achieve when doing them. I would recommend you just lean to the point where you feel it is the most comfortable to do them, and then you can lean forward more and more over time. So our two must-have exercises will focus on gaining your planche strength, and when training with the other basic movements, the main goal is to increase the muscle groups that will support you to do the skill. Some exercises you should do are the dips, regular push-up, diamond push-up, and the clap push-up. You can also train your core muscles with the hollow body hold, leg raise movements, and the 3 ways of doing the plank. All of these movements will gradually gain your strength. However, you will also need to know how to place them in your workout schedule to max out their effectiveness. So here's how I often like to do. My planche training will consist of 3 days of workouts. First is the planche day, second is the fundamental exercises combined with some of the push variations, and the third day will be the core workout and the rest of the push exercises. On the other days of the week, you can go for other types of training or make it your rest day. Usually, I will start my week with a planche workout day. Next will be the fundamental exercises, and on the third day will be one of my rest days. On the fourth day, I will go for a different type of workout, let's say the pull-up, and the fifth day will be my core training. Then the 6th and 7th can either be my rest days, or one of them could be another type of exercise. So you can take my workout routine as an example to follow, and if you find it comfortable, then you can continue training with it. And if not, then you can either make changes or even reduce and increase the exercises to however you desire. So if you have noticed, our planche workout day's exercises are missing, and by that we'll come to our third tip, which will be focusing on the static exercises. Our goal on the static day is to allow our body to get more and more comfortable while doing the planche, and therefore you can increase your hold strength and duration. The exercise that we are mainly going to focus on is doing the planche progressions as much as you can. So if you are currently at the tuck planche, then you should just focus on doing that movement, and let's set a goal for 5 sets of maximum hold. After you can't do the tuck planche anymore, you can then go for the previous progression of the tuck planche, which is going to be the planche clean hold to complete your workout day. This will apply the same for the rest of the planche progressions, and if you can't do any of the progressions yet and are striving for the tuck planche, then you can change this static day to another fundamental workout day. Just focus on the 2 of them and continue to train with the tuck planche exercises, and once you unlock it, you can then try out my example training. So for a static workout day, there's also a way that will help you do and hold the progressions easier. So we'll come to our 4th tip, which is going to be training with equipment. If you are determined to train for the planche, then I would suggest you invest in some equipment. There are many of them that will support you to do the planche, but for most people, including me, a pair of pilots is all you need. When you train with the pilots, your hands are basically higher than the ground. By that, you will have more strength and momentum to get into the planche hold. You will also have more control and balance when using the pilots. Since your wrists are in a neutral position like this, you will be able to lean forward or backward much easier than when your hands are on the floor. If you don't have a pair or are not that committed to training the planche, then you can also replace the pilots with some books. No matter what you use, if your hands are in a position that is higher than the ground, you'll find it easier to do the planche movements. The pilots will also allow you to train with the exercises that usually are challenging when doing on the floor, such as the planche push-up and the L-sit to planche. The planche push-up is a great variation that you should try once you have mastered a planche progression. And for the L-sit to planche, you can now increase both your hold duration and your core strength at the same time. Though the planche is going to be a difficult movement to achieve, just remember that it is not impossible to do, and make sure to try your best until you finally unlock it. One of the common questions when it comes to the planche training is how long it takes to be able to do the skill. I have made a video where I shared my own opinion, and I believe that it depends on each person. Most of the time, it will take around 1 to 2 years to fully master the planche hold, and I have also seen many people achieve it in just a few months. However, the result will always be the same if you just keep on moving forward, train consistently, be determined, and enjoy your workout journey, then I'm sure that you'll be able to do it in no time. So there you have it, the 5 planche tips that will help you make progress faster and also avoid injuries. If you find this video helpful, then a like and subscribe could be super appreciated. Well then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay workout, and we'll see you in the next one.